So just a bit of an agenda for today. We'll be looking at the e-commerce landscape and how the past year has accelerated e-commerce growth. We'll then be looking at what is shopper intent and why is this crucial to understand in order to drive success online. We'll then be running through Klevu's e-commerce report on how retailers are performing in aiding their customers to find the products that they're looking for. We'll then give you some levers that can accelerate growth when you understand shopper intent. And we'll give you a bit of background on who is Klevu and what exactly do we do.
We're certainly in interesting times for retail, there's no doubt about that. The US has always led in terms of e-commerce adoption, but the differing COVID restrictions between the UK and the US have really widened the shopping behaviour gap and catapulted the UK into an e-commerce first mentality. As you can see here, the red line demonstrates the mobility, the freedom, the opening, people going to get their first pint again, getting back to the office like we are today, for retail and other recreation in the UK compared to the US, which is presented on the black line. The lockdowns of the past 12 months have led to a lot of forced adoption and forced experiment, and a lot of future growth was pulled forward into a couple of quarters in a variety of sectors. The UK, unfortunately, had a much more rigorous lockdown compared to the US, and with that had a much larger increase in e-commerce adoption. UK e-commerce now represents half of retail sales, excluding grocery, which is a really big jump from the 19% that we saw in December 2019. And this is something that will likely stay and not be going away anytime soon.
The pandemic accelerated the move to digital for retail in a profound way, and it's one that will most not likely change significantly, even once we go back to normal. This has meant that competition in e-commerce is at its highest, and retailers now have more pressure than ever to stand out from their competition by providing a seamless shopping experience and one that promotes customers to return. So many retailers throughout the pandemic started looking at how they could optimize their e-commerce site with this new influx of traffic. A hugely important part of this is product discovery. Retailers want their customers to be able to find what they're looking for online in order to reduce bounce rate, boost conversions, and enhance overall sales. So what is shopper intent then? So shopper intent begins the moment shoppers come onto a website. Whether they know exactly what they're looking for or they're simply browsing, shoppers are in discovery mode and may use a multitude of different discovery avenues to navigate the product that they're looking for. It's essential that no matter what journey this shopper decides to take, whether it be through search, categories, or recommendation blocks, you must ensure that the consumer is served the most relevant products and stays highly engaged.
Truly innovative product discovery technologies have always historically been at the privilege of tech giants, the likes of Amazon and Google, but for far too long, retailers spend a lot of money getting shoppers onto site, but only to go on and then hemorrhage a lot of that investment by then providing a suboptimal shopping experience. Recently at Klevu, we ran a e-commerce discovery report based on the e-commerce discovery index. We researched over 50 retailers with 40 different criteria, with one mission to simplify product discovery for shoppers and retailers. Search is really paramount when it comes to product discovery. People that search tend to be high intent buyers. They know what they're looking for. They know what they want to find. We found that on average, people that search are 3 to 5 times more likely to convert than those that don't. So again, just really represents the opportunity and the need for an intelligent and intuitive search experience that can really deliver relevant products to your customers quickly. So how does this look like in practice based on our findings? We found that retailers with poor performing search are losing up to £8 million a year. According to Klevu, 17% of searches contain 3 or more words, and this is what we consider to be a complex search term. For 54% of the retailers that we researched, they returned either 0 results or irrelevant results for these types of queries. And according to Baymard, shoppers do abandon site when they're faced with these types of 0 results, just because a customer will presume that the website doesn't stock the product when in fact the engine just isn't surfacing it. So really highlights the need for this user experience to be optimized. And with that, I will pass on to Mairaid to talk about some of the different levers that you can use to optimize experience and accelerate growth.
So as Claudia has alluded to, if customers can't find what they're looking for online, they'll most likely bounce off site. So questions you should really be asking yourself when reviewing if your search solution is up to scratch is, can it handle things like misspellings? So does your search return relevant results without having a did you mean if you misspell by one letter or two? Can your search deliver highly relevant results if customers are searching for very similar meanings? So what I mean by that is if I'm searching for neutral or nude or garden or outdoor, does it automatically return relevant results without any manual input needed from the retailer? Can it handle things like stop words? So if I search for, black dress under £50 or gift for my daughter, can it handle these under for of types of queries? And can it understand longer, more complex tail queries? So as Claudia said, this is considered when it has 3 or more keywords. As everyone knows, voice search is on the rise, and 40% of millennials are making a voice search prior to purchase. So is your search future-proof? So one of Klevu's core USPs is our natural language processing algorithm. In the same way that people speak in different ways, people also search in different ways. And it's hugely important that you're able to understand the intent behind what people are looking for in order to boost conversions and reduce bounce rate. One example of how Klevu has helped skinny dip is when people were going onto site and searching for mobile, it was bringing back relevant results for phones, even though within their catalogue there isn't the term mobile, it's stated as phones. So this is when Klevu adds a layer of enrichment to their catalogue in order to give the products that they have up to 3 to 5 times more depth and coverage. When a retailer has technology like Klevu installed that's underpinned by linguistics and machine learning, relevant results are displayed for searches including price, product attributes, sentiment, and so on. And here you can see the uplift of having an intuitive smart search solution online. So as you can see, 6% increase in e-commerce search conversion rate, 10% increase of search on the website, and then 5 times lower bounce rate across the year.
And secondly to that, we've got machine learning. So some of the questions that you might want to be asking yourself is, are you learning continuously from customer behavior on site? Are you able to take that data and then use it to optimize the result listing? So are you able to track things like queries, clicks, conversion rates? And with that, are you able to boost bestsellers automatically without having any manual intervention? So one really powerful thing would be to have an AI algorithm that unifies the whole experience across sites. So looking at search, merchandising, and recommendation. So really unifying that shopper experience across various touch points. One of our clients, Puma, who we work with on a global basis, they rely really heavily on our machine learning. They don't intervene with it too much. And that's really powerful because it means they're not spending heaps of time promoting products in the listings. They can rely on Klevu to know when a product is getting a lot of traction from customers. And one really good metric is they had a 52% increase in search ad conversions, along with other increases in other e-commerce core vitals like AOV, per session value as well, and then site-wide conversion rate also. So some really good results, and just demonstrates the value of how robust and powerful AI can be.
Whilst machine learning is extremely powerful, nobody knows the retailer's business and their objectives better than the retailer themselves. So it's important that a retailer can balance machine learning and strategic control in order to ensure that the e-commerce site is aligned with the wider business goals. In the same way that you would put items that you want to showcase in certain positions in a bricks and mortar shop, there's no reason why you can't do this online. So questions you should be asking yourself in order to see if your merchandising tools are up to scratch is, can you boost specific hero SKUs across different areas of the product discovery journey? Can you boost by attributes such as brand, margin, on sale? Can you schedule in merchandising rules to help with campaigns you're running? Can you handpick specific products for recommendations and also specific queries? Here at Klevu, we offer the ability to merchandise across the full product discovery suite. LSE are using Klevu's smart category merchandising tool to rank and order products on their category pages. This used to be a very manual process, and here we can see from Leela how AI has enabled the showcasing of trending products automatically, whilst also giving the team the tools they need to have the flexibility to override it to fit in with their broader merchandising goals. They experienced a 30 times ROI since implementing Klevu's smart category merchandising tool. And here you can see the other metrics we also measured in order to kind of monetize the solution. Personalization. So when a shopper enters an online shop, he or she usually browses through a catalogue and looks and clicks on kind of relevant products of their choice. Many shoppers do prefer to use search if they know exactly what they're looking for. If a customer is using search and has clicked on a few products, in most cases, this is a good indicator that she or he might have spotted something of interest. Personalization is all about identifying where the customer's interest is and highlighting those products that are in alignment with the customer's individual preferences. So questions that you should be asking yourself to see, how geared up your site is for personalization is, do you deliver one-to-one personalization experiences for shoppers? Can you personalize across all areas of product discovery on site? And do you use personalization in order to increase and upsell and cross-sell opportunities? According to Adobe, 34% of frequent shoppers are most likely to shop more if the website shows them products based upon their previous purchase history. Klevu offers a one-to-one personalized shopping experience across search results listings, category listings, and recommendations. And on average, as a result of implementing Klevu's personalization, we've seen a 3% increase in per session value, a 6% increase in AOV, and a 4% increase in revenue from search.
And just to round up our product discovery report, some winners here. So Mairaid.com came out in first place. I mean, all you need to do is take one look at it, and it is a beautiful website featuring loads of useful images. It's got a beautiful product discovery journey, and it's one of the only retailers offering image search, which is a real pleasure to use. The type ahead overlay features rich content, and sophisticated NLP means that shoppers can search for really complex queries and be served very, very relevant results. Second to that, Bra Stop as well, a very highly usable journey, again using rich product information to enrich the product experience and specifically on the product listing pages as well. The search is both highlighted across mobile and desktop, and the relevancy of the overlay makes it, again, just a real pleasure to browse around. One really interesting finding was that how many home and garden merchants made it into the top 10 segment of the winners. So we found that home and garden retailers were more likely than any other retailer to make search really prominent on their site, with 75% displaying a forward search bar on mobile compared to just 50% in other general retail. They also did a really good job at communicating what shoppers can search for in the search box, with 63% saying that shoppers can search for rich content like product, brand, like content pages as well, compared to just 34% in retailers in other sectors. So really well done, and a big shout out to home and garden, and yeah, other verticals maybe should start to take note.
So Klevu offers an AI and NLP powered discovery suite, which includes on-site smart search, smart category merchandising, and recommendations. And this is all underpinned by personalization, which enables e-commerce websites to deliver shopping experiences powered by real-time shopper intent. Here are some clients that we are working with. So we power over 3,000 e-commerce sites across 40 countries and 25 different languages. We work in a wide array of verticals, but here are some that we're doing particularly well in.
So that's it from us today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Hopefully this is one of the last ones we will have to do virtually. Super excited to see everyone in person. From this presentation, we are offering a free product discovery audit for merchants where we will give practical advice and actionable insights, going through the different elements like we did on the different slides, looking at the key questions and look if your site is geared up to the different areas within product discovery. So please do request one of those. We'd be more than happy to help. But that's it from us. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day and hopefully see you soon. Bye.
Thanks for joining.